Centreline is a aircraft management company. We have 9 aircraft on management, which range from the 525 CJI up to a Falcon 2000 LXS. We have a worldwide AOC, including visa waiver program, and our support products, which include aircraft charter, aircraft maintenance, type rating training for crew, and a fully serviced FBO with screening facility at Bristol Airport.
So in terms of what's changed since the acquisition, really not an awful lot. Certainly we have been very fortunate in terms of keeping the same day-to-day management team in place. Whilst a couple of the long-standing founders of the business retired at that stage, the rest of us continued working together. We're working with the same strategy, the same teams of people behind us, and actually the processes we've gone through in the few years up to the point of the acquisition were all about the stability and scalability of the business for our long-term strategy. And the sale of the business, due to the nature of the change of the ownership structure, actually hasn't changed any of that. So whilst working on the sale project itself was quite a large task, as it always is, literally the day after we'd completed that project, it was back to business as usual. Our long-term strategy is certainly for growth and ambitious growth. We're looking at both diversity and increase in diversity, as well as increase in numbers of our managed fleet. So whilst we look at growth across all the various aspects of our business, our real focus is about enhancing and increasing the size of our management product.
Once you have an AOC, people assume that all you're interested in managing is AOC aircraft. And the skill sets of turning up on time and landing on time and doing it all really well, the skill sets are the same. You're just doing it for one client. So in some ways it's easier when you're used to a more diverse range of clients with different requirements. You know, having one client with one requirement is easier. And yet we as companies, until really the introduction of NCC, it's been very never the twain. But with NCC coming through, it's got to be compliant and it's got to take off on time and land on time. So I think that we'll probably see that more NCC opportunities coming our way, using our compliance department that's used to working in a compliant environment.
One of the reasons that we're finding seems to be a common theme is that with the consolidation that's gone on in the market, there are a number of aircraft owners who perhaps chose a particular culture or type of company to manage their aircraft, and perhaps the structure or the culture under which they chose that has changed and may have changed quite significantly, and that's creating just a little bit of disruption and maybe unrest in the market that wasn't there before. I think from a more internally focused perspective, there's a mixture of the rebrand that has enabled us to get some visibility, or perhaps a re-look at us by people who've known us a long time, but perhaps haven't had the full consolidated clarification of who we are and what we're trying to achieve. And on top of that, we certainly got a number of very good leads from the recent corporate jet investor event.